Imagine you're playing with your favorite toy, and suddenly, someone takes it away without asking. That's what happens to content creators every day, but they don't even know it. Behind every video, every picture, and every post, there are invisible eyes watching. These eyes aren't people, they are machines. These machines know everything, what you like, what you watch, and even when you stop watching. They collect this information like a giant treasure chest, but instead of gold, it's filled with your secrets. Content creators think they're in control, but the truth is, they're just pieces in a game they don't understand. You know how you feel when someone likes your drawing? It feels amazing, right? Content creators feel that way too, but on a much bigger scale. They get thousands of likes, comments, and shares, and it makes them feel like stars. But here's the shocking part, those likes and comments aren't always real. Some are from fake accounts, created by the same machines that watch them. These machines can make a creator feel famous, even when they're not. It's like getting a gold star on your homework, only to find out the teacher gave it to everyone. The fame they think they have is just an illusion, and it can disappear in an instant. Have you ever worked really hard on something, only to see someone else take credit for it? That's what happens to content creators all the time. They spend hours, days, or even weeks making something special, but as soon as they share it, others copy it. These copycats don't just steal ideas, they steal views, money, and opportunities. The worst part. The machines that watch everything don't stop it. In fact, they sometimes help the copycats by showing their versions to more people. It's like playing a game where the rules keep changing, and no one tells you how to win. Think of content creators as puppets in a big show. They dance, sing, and perform, but they are not the ones pulling the strings. The real puppeteers are the machines and the people who control them. These puppeteers decide what gets seen and what gets ignored. They can make a creator famous overnight or bury their work where no one will find it. The creators think they're making their own choices, but every move they make is influenced by these hidden forces. It's like playing a video game where someone else is holding the controller, and you're just watching the screen. You know how you have to share your toys sometimes, even if you don't want to. Content creators have to share something much more valuable, their privacy. To stay popular, they have to show more and more of their lives. They share where they live, what they eat, and even who they love. But here's the scary part, once they share something, they can't take it back. It's like throwing a paper airplane out the window, you can't catch it once it's gone. The more they share, the more they lose, and they don't even realize it until it's too late. Long ago, in a small African village, there was a wise storyteller who warned the children about the eyes of the forest. These eyes, he said, watch everything, every step, every word, every secret. The children laughed, thinking it was just a tale. But today, those eyes are real, and they watch content creators like hawks. These eyes aren't in the forest, they're in the machines that track every click, every like, and every share. Creators think they're sharing their stories with the world, but they don't realize the machines are collecting their secrets, just like the eyes of the forest. In the same village, there was a boy who found a shiny stone. He thought it was a diamond and showed it to everyone. The villagers cheered, calling him the richest boy in the land. But the wise storyteller knew the truth, it was just a piece of glass. Content creators are like that boy. They chase likes, comments, and shares, thinking they found fame. But what they don't know is that many of those likes are fake, created by machines to keep them chasing the shiny stone. The fame they think they have is as real as the boy's diamond. The storyteller also told a tale about a clever monkey who stole the fruits of others' labor. The monkey would watch the villagers work hard to grow their crops, and when they weren't looking, he'd take the best fruits for himself. Content creators face the same monkey today. They work hard to create something unique, but as soon as they share it, others copy it. These copycats steal views, money, and opportunities, and the machines that watch everything don't stop them. It's a game where the rules are unfair, and the monkey always wins. In another story, the villagers danced around the fire, thinking they were free. But the wise storyteller revealed that their movements were controlled by invisible strings, pulled by spirits they couldn't see. Content creators are like those villagers. They dance to the rhythm of likes and views, thinking they're in control. But the truth is, their strings are pulled by algorithms and the people who control them. These hidden puppeteers decide what gets seen and what gets ignored, leaving creators to wonder why their hard work sometimes goes unnoticed. The storyteller's final tale was about a girl who traded her voice for a golden necklace. At first, she loved the necklace, but soon she realized she couldn't speak, laugh, or sing. Content creators make a similar trade. To stay popular, they give away pieces of their privacy, their homes, their families, their lives. But once they share something, they can't take it back. Like the girl who lost her voice, they pay a price for their golden necklace, and sometimes, it's too high. In the village, there was a young artist who painted beautiful pictures of the sunset. One day, a traveler showed her paintings from faraway lands, colors so bright they made her work seem dull. She threw her brushes away, thinking she could never be good enough. Content creators face this curse every day. They see others with more likes, more followers, and more success, and they start to doubt themselves. What they don't know is that the machines push these comparisons to keep them hooked, like the traveler who made the artist forget her own talent. The storyteller once spoke of a river that changed its path every season. The villagers built their homes too close to its banks, and when the river shifted, their homes were swept away. Content creators chase trends like that river, building their work on what's popular today. But trends change fast, and when they do, creators are left scrambling to keep up. The machines encourage this, flooding them with new trends to follow, but they never warn them that the river might shift again tomorrow. In the village, there was a brave warrior who never showed his pain. He smiled through every battle, even when he was hurt. Content creators are like that warrior. They smile for the camera, share their best moments, and hide their struggles. What they don't know is that many others are doing the same. Behind every perfect video is a creator who feels the pressure to keep up the act. The machines don't care about their pain, they only care about the show. The storyteller told of a time when the villagers sang together under the stars. But as the years passed, they grew busy and forgot the songs. Content creators face a similar loss. They spend so much time creating for the machines that they forget why they started, to connect with people. The likes and comments feel like connection, but they are just numbers on a screen. The real connection, like the villagers' songs, is slowly fading away. But the storyteller always ended his tales with hope. He spoke of a bird that could fly above the forest, beyond the reach of the eyes. Content creators, too, can find hope. They can create for themselves, not just for the machines. They can share their true stories, not just what's popular. And they can remember that their worth isn't measured by likes or views, but by the joy they bring to others. The machines may watch, but they don't have to control everything. In the village, there was a potter who made simple, sturdy bowls. While others tried to make fancy designs to impress travelers, his bowls were loved because they were honest and useful. Content creators often forget this lesson. They chase flashy trends and viral moments, but what truly lasts is authenticity. When creators share their real stories, their struggles, and their joys, they connect with people in a way no algorithm can measure. The machines might not always reward it, but the people who matter will remember. The storyteller often reminded the villagers to listen to the whispers of their ancestors. These whispers carried wisdom, guidance, and warnings. For content creators, the whispers are the voices of those who came before, artists, writers, and storytellers who created without machines or algorithms. They remind creators that true art isn't about numbers, it's about meaning. When creators listen to these whispers, they can break free from the pressure to perform and create something that truly matters. In the village, there was a tiny ant that once saved the entire harvest by warning the villagers of a coming storm. No one expected such a small creature to make a big difference. Content creators can be like that ant. They don't need millions of followers to make an impact. Even a small, loyal audience can create ripples of change. The machines want creators to think bigger is always better, but sometimes, the smallest voices carry the most power. The storyteller spoke of a hidden garden where the rarest flowers grew. Only those who took the time to nurture their own patch of soil could find it. Content creators have their own gardens, their unique ideas and passions. But instead of tending to them, they often run to the machines, hoping for quick growth. What they don't realize is that the garden thrives when they slow down, plant their own seeds, and let them grow at their own pace. The machines can't create what truly blooms from the heart. Finally, the storyteller told of a lantern that could guide lost travelers home. Its light was soft but steady, cutting through the darkest nights. Content creators often feel lost in the endless scroll of the digital world, but there's a light beyond the screen. It's the light of real connections, of creating for the love of it, and of remembering who they are beyond the numbers. The machines may dim that light, but it never goes out completely. Deep in the African savanna, there's a legend about a shadow that follows every hunter. It's said that if the hunter turns around too quickly, the shadow will reveal a secret, one that changes everything. Content creators have their own shadows, the algorithms, the trends, the pressure to perform. But what if they stopped running and faced the shadow? What if the secret isn't about chasing more views, but about creating something that truly matters? The shadow whispers, but only those who listen can hear its truth. In the village, there was a magical mirror that showed people not what they were, but what they wished to be. A farmer looked into it and saw a king. A weaver saw a famous artist. Content creators stare into their own mirrors every day at their screens. They see the perfect lives of others and wish for the same. But the mirror doesn't show the sleepless nights, the self-doubt, or the sacrifices. It's an illusion, and the longer they look, the harder it is to see their own worth. The storyteller warned of a river that never ended. Those who drank from it could never stop, they were trapped in an endless cycle of thirst. Content creators are caught in their own endless river, the scroll. They scroll for inspiration, for trends, for validation, but it never satisfies. The more they scroll, the more they lose themselves. The curse isn't just in the scrolling, it's in forgetting to look up and see the world beyond the screen. In the village, there was a group of outcasts who lived on the edge of the forest. They were ignored by the rest, but they had a secret, they knew how to survive without the village's approval. Content creators who feel forgotten, by the algorithms, by the trends, by the audience, have the same power. They can create without permission, without validation, and without fear. The rebellion begins when they stop asking to be seen and start creating for themselves. The storyteller spoke of a fire that burned in the heart of the forest. No one could control it, but it warmed everyone who came near. Creativity is like that fire. The machines try to control it with rules, trends, and algorithms, but true creativity cannot be tamed. It burns brightest when it's free, when creators stop worrying about what the machines want and let their own fire light the way. In the end, the storyteller always gave the villagers a choice, to follow the path laid out for them or to carve their own. Content creators face the same choice every day. They can follow the algorithms, the trends, and the pressure to perform, or they can carve their own path. The machines will try to pull them back, but the choice is theirs. And sometimes, The bravest choice is to step away from the screen and remember who they are beyond the numbers. Deep in the African savanna, there's a legend about a shadow that follows every hunter. It's said that if the hunter turns around too quickly, the shadow will reveal a secret, one that changes everything. Content creators have their own shadows, the algorithms, the trends, the pressure to perform. These shadows follow them everywhere, whispering that they need more views, more likes, more followers to be successful. But what if they stopped running and faced the shadow? What if the secret isn't about chasing more views, but about creating something that truly matters? The shadow whispers, but only those who listen can hear its truth. It tells them that the machines don't define their worth, that the numbers on the screen are just illusions, and that real success comes from creating with purpose. The shadow isn't there to scare them, it's there to guide them. But first, they must be brave enough to turn around and face it. They forget that the people they admire are also staring into their own mirrors, wishing for something they don't have. The mirror of illusion is a trap, designed to keep creators chasing a dream that doesn't exist. But there's a way to break free, by smashing the mirror and seeing themselves as they truly are. Not as numbers on a screen, but as storytellers, artists, and creators with something unique to offer. The mirror lies, but the truth is always within reach. The storyteller warned of a river that never ended. Those who drank from it could never stop, they were trapped in an endless cycle of thirst. Content creators are caught in their own endless river, the scroll. They scroll for inspiration, for trends, for validation, but it never satisfies. The more they scroll, the more they lose themselves. They see others' successes and feel like they are falling behind. They see new trends and feel the pressure to keep up. But the scroll is a curse, designed to keep them chasing something they can never catch. The truth is, they don't need to scroll to find inspiration. It's already inside them, waiting to be discovered. The curse can be broken, but it takes courage to put the phone down, step away from the screen, and listen to their own voice. The scroll will always be there, but they don't have to drink from it. In the village, there was a group of outcasts who lived on the edge of the forest. They were ignored by the rest, but they had a secret, they knew how to survive without the village's approval. Content creators who feel forgotten, by the algorithms, by the trends, by the audience, have the same power. They can create without permission, without validation, and without fear. The rebellion begins when they stop asking to be seen and start creating for themselves. They don't need millions of followers to make an impact. Even a small, loyal audience can create ripples of change. The machines want creators to think bigger is always better, but sometimes, the smallest voices carry the most power. The forgotten ones have a freedom that others don't, the freedom to create without expectations, to experiment without fear, and to find joy in the process. The rebellion isn't about fighting the machines, it's about reclaiming their creativity. The storyteller spoke of a fire that burned in the heart of the forest. No one could control it, but it warmed everyone who came near. Creativity is like that fire. The machines try to control it with rules, trends, and algorithms, but true creativity cannot be tamed. It burns brightest when it's free, when creators stop worrying about what the machines want and let their own fire light the way. The fire is messy, unpredictable, and sometimes scary, but it's also alive. It's the spark that turns an idea into a story, a blank page into a masterpiece, and a dream into reality. The machines can't create that fire, they can only try to contain it. But creators have the power to let it burn, to share its warmth with others, and to light up the world in ways no algorithm ever could. The fire is theirs, and it's waiting to be unleashed. In the end, the storyteller always gives the villagers a choice, to follow the path laid out for them or to carve their own. Content creators face the same choice every day. They can follow the algorithms, the trends, and the pressure to perform, or they can carve their own path. The machines would try to pull them back, but the choice is theirs. And sometimes, the bravest choice is to step away from the screen and remember who they are beyond the numbers. They are more than views, likes, and followers. They are storytellers, dreamers, and creators with the power to inspire, to connect, and to change the world. The machines may watch, but they don't have to control everything. The choice is theirs, and it's a choice that changes everything. In the heart of the village, there was a hidden door that only appeared to those who truly needed it. Behind it lay a world untouched by the rules of the village, a place where creativity flowed freely and no one was judged by their worth in numbers. Content creators, too, have a hidden door. It's not found in the algorithms or the trends, but in their own hearts. When they stop chasing what the machines demand and start listening to their own voice, the door appears. Behind it is a world where they can create without fear, where their work is valued not for its popularity but for its truth. The door is always there, waiting for them to find the courage to open it. The storyteller once sang a song about the unseen, the quiet heroes, the forgotten artists, and the voices that never made it to the big stage. Their stories, he said, were the most important of all. Content creators often feel unseen, lost in the noise of the digital world. But what they don't realize is that their voice matters, even if it's not the loudest. The song of the unseen is a reminder that creativity isn't about being noticed by everyone, it's about touching the hearts of those who truly need to hear your story. The machines may not amplify their song, but it still echoes in the hearts of those who listen. In the village, there was an old map that led to a place no one had ever been. Some said it was dangerous, while others believed it held untold treasures. Content creators have their own map, the path less traveled, the ideas no one else has tried, the stories no one else is telling. The machines push them toward the well-worn paths, the trends everyone is following, but the real treasure lies in the unknown. It's scary to step off the beaten path, but that's where the magic happens. The map is theirs to follow, and the journey is worth the risk. The storyteller spoke of a clock that didn't tick. It stood still, reminding the villagers that time is an illusion. Content creators often feel the pressure of time, the need to post constantly, to keep up with trends, to stay relevant. But the clock that doesn't tick reminds them that creativity doesn't follow a schedule. Great ideas can't be rushed, and true connection doesn't happen on a timer. When they let go of the pressure to keep up, they find the freedom to create something timeless. The machines may demand speed, but the clock that doesn't tick reminds them to slow down and savor the process. In the village, there was a bridge that connected the forest to the real world. It was narrow and shaky, but it led to a place of true connection. Content creators often feel trapped in the digital forest, surrounded by screens and algorithms. But there's a bridge to the real world, a place where they can connect with people face to face, share their stories in person, and remember what it feels like to be truly seen. The machines can't cross that bridge, and that's where creators find their power. The bridge is always there, waiting for them to take the first step. The storyteller ended his tales with a simple truth: everyone carries a light within them. It's not the light of fame or success, but the light of their own unique spark. Content creators often forget this light, dimming it to fit into the boxes the machines create. But the light is theirs, and it's meant to shine. When they stop trying to be like everyone else and let their own light guide them, they create something no algorithm can replicate. The light they carry is their greatest gift, and it's waiting to be shared with the world. In the end, the storyteller's words echo through the village: the machines may watch, but they cannot see. They may count, but they cannot measure. And they may control, but they cannot create. Content creators stood at the edge of the digital forest, holding their own light. They had a choice: to keep playing the game or to step into the unknown. Some turned back, afraid of what lay beyond. But others took a deep breath, stepped forward, and disappeared into the light. And as they did, the machines grew quiet, the shadows faded, and the world began to change. The story wasn't over, it was just beginning. The machines may be watching, but they don't have to control us. It's time to take back our stories, our creativity, and our lives. What will you do next? Hit the like button, share, comment, and subscribe now. Let's keep the stories alive and the conversations flowing. Your support means everything. See you in the next video.